What in the world is going on with Hyliion stock? It has dropped more than 50% from its pre-merger highs. Investors who bought in up near $60 a share before the merger are currently wetting their pants. They have their panties in a wedgie and they have a stick in their butt because they're scared. They're letting their emotions get the better of them. They made a grave mistake by chasing news. People are quick to call Hyliion a failure, quick to move on to the next stock, cut their losses, and jump out of Hyliion. But I think that's a mistake as well. I've been getting tons of hate in the comment section. People coming at me, calling Hyliion a failure, being mad, being angry with me because I believe in the company, because I'm a long-term investor. Let's go over some of those comments real quick. Homie A said, just like this, a lot of people said after merger, Hyliion will be $70, $80 a share. Example B said, I'm hurting from Hyliion. Sucks to see it down 50% from its highs. And the best of all said, just more disappointment from Hyliion, but don't worry, you can always bag hold. Newer investors thought they could buy at the highs before the merger and secure almost guaranteed profit. Because the merger getting approved was good news, right? Well, we're going to talk about why that's just not the way it works. And also in today's video, we're just going to be breaking down all things Hyliion stock, the crash, why the crash happened, how we can profit from this and use this as a buying opportunity, use this as an opportunity to make money, not lose money. We'll be talking about some major news updates, and I'll also talk about my personal investing plan with Hyliion, put a price target on it, put a price prediction on Hyliion. And I'll answer the long-awaited question of whether I still believe Hyliion stock will be trading at over $100 a share in the near future. If you're new to the channel, this is Touchdown Trades. My name is Kevin, your trading BFF, your stock market bestie. Let's talk about Hyliion. We need to do it. We need to clear the air. And as always, let's secure that bag by making smart investments and sound trades. Let's get it. All right, trader and investor homies. There has been a lot of chatter about Hyliion stock, a lot of people angry, a lot of people losing money, getting hurt, and I feel bad for them. I really do, but I think it was all avoidable, and I think this company, Hyliion, is going to be just fine, and we're going to be breaking it all down in today's video. But before we get started, go ahead and smash that like button for me. It helps the channel grow a lot. It tells YouTube that this content is valuable, provides valuable information. I love you guys, and all I ask for in return is just to hit that like button. And if you're not yet a subscriber, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and smash that tasty subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so you get alerted every time I go and post a video. All right, so we're going to be breaking down today's video in a few different sections. Section number one, we're going to talk about the crash, why it went down, what happened, what caused this significant pullback. Section number two, we're going to break down some recent news, some recent updates regarding Hyliion stock. Section number four, the chart technical analysis side of things, the price action, talk about some important levels that we can use to make some money profit off of. And then we'll talk about whether I think it's a buy or a sell. Is it a buy at these levels, or should we just dump our position, panic, sell out, and leave Hyliion alone forever and ever? Throw it to the wolves. Let the wolves eat Hyliion stock and just run on to the next one. All right, and finally we'll talk about my personal investing plan, what I'm doing with my personal position in Hyliion stock, and I'll put a price target on it. I'll put a short-term and long-term price target on Hyliion stock. So let's do it, baby. All right, let's talk about the crash. The crash is what everybody is talking about all over social media. People bashing Hyliion stock, and I don't think it's warranted at all because I saw it coming. And I even said in the video where I thought Hyliion was going $100 a share long term that I saw a post-merger pullback coming. So the crash was caused by several factors. Factor number one, we were trading at $10 a share before the merger was announced. We had the huge run up. We were trading up 600% before the merger, up near $60 a share. We have newer investors thinking to themselves that they know the merger vote date was going to be on September 28th, and they thought maybe September 25th I'll buy in. I'll buy in right before the vote because the vote is going to get approved. It's almost guaranteed that the vote and the merger is going to get approved. So I'm just going to buy in. The vote will go through, and this is going to be good news, and this is going to cause the stock to spike. It's going to cause the stock to go up. But the market just doesn't work like that. It's just not that easy, okay? You have to do your own research. You can't follow the herd. The herd mentality will lose you money. Everybody's buying in pre-merger on September 25th, September 26th, September 27th. The merger date's right here. And then after the merger, we get a couple days of just choppy action, and then we get the crash. Why did we get the crash? Because you have tons of retail traders buying at these levels, expecting a spike higher, and the market makers, the institutional traders, they're not going to allow that to happen. They know they have you trapped. And when they have you trapped, they pull the rug out, they pull the bids out, they get to drop into the support areas, and then what do? They come in and then they buy your shares up at a discount. So you got played. If you bought up here, you got played by the market makers and the institutional traders, and now they currently own your shares at about a 50% discount versus where you bought them at. So what can we do to avoid this situation in the future? You do not buy breakouts. You do not buy at all-time highs ever. I don't care about the fundamentals. I do not care about how much belief you have in the company. If you're buying breakouts like this, over the long term, you're going to lose money. Sure, it may work 1 or 2, 3 times, but the place to buy is pullbacks in front of support. The place to buy this Hyliion was right here, right? You had the breakout. It created a support level at this $24 area, or $34, I'm sorry, and then you got the pullback. And then the place to buy was right here. When you retested that area, when you retested that $34 area, it held support, you buy right there on that pullback, and then you get the next leg higher. If you're buying up here looking for the breakout with no plan, then you're just asking for a disaster. Also, if you need to realize what you're doing, are you a long-term investor or are you swing trading this? If you're swing trading this, that's fine. Buying in pre-merger, that's fine. But you need to have a stop loss in place. So for example, you want to buy September 25th. You know the merger vote is on September 28th. So you buy right here on September 25th, that's, let's say, $48 per share. You're looking for this thing to break all-time highs, and you have a price target of $60. And you set a stop loss of, let's say, $43. That's fine. That is a fine trade. That is a valid trade. And over the long term, you can make money doing swing trades like that. I make swing trades like that. But if you just bought in right here pre-merger and didn't have any plan, you didn't have a stop loss, you didn't have a profit target, and you held through the drop, that is just a recipe for you blowing up your account. That's a disaster. And you had no plan, so of course you lost money. What if it went up? You just gonna keep holding it if it goes up with no profit targets? Where do you want to sell? Where do you want to stop out at? You need to know these things. If you're a long-term investor and you bought up here, it really doesn't matter, right? Sure, you're down right now, but if you have faith in the company, you're expecting it to make a rebound. So you need to know what kind of trader or investor you are. Are you a swing trader? Are you an investor? You need to know that. And you also need to buy pullback, sell into strength. Buy weakness, sell strength. Buy the dip, sell the rip, baby. All right, now that I got the rant out of the way, I'm sorry I had to get that off my chest. Let's talk about the future of Hyliion, where I think it's going, what's going to happen, some news, some updates. All right, guys, so Hyliion is expected to have a total revenue of $344 million in 2022, $1 billion in 2023, and $2 billion in 2024. So the growth is over 100% per year for the next 3 or 4 years, and I expect that growth to continue. But just remember these numbers because Hyliion's going to the moon, baby. No, I'm just kidding, but seriously, we're going to compare these numbers. We're going to do some comps on some other EV stocks and see where we can evaluate Hyliion's price and where it should actually be trading at from a fundamental perspective. All right, guys, we're going to compare Hyliion's numbers, their fundamentals, to Tesla because I believe Tesla is going to be Hyliion's biggest competitor. And Tesla is the leader in the EV sector. They're going to be one of the leaders in the EV trucking sector, so we need to compare the numbers. All right, so up here we have Hyliion sales forecast. In 2022, we expect $344 million in sales. We're seeing massive growth. 2023, $1 billion. 2024, $2 billion. So that's going to be the growth forecast over the next 3-4 years. We're seeing 100% growth per year. Currently, we are trading at a market cap of only $950 million. So by the year 2024, that will give us a price to sales ratio of 0.5. I like to use the price to sales ratio when valuating growth companies because you can always increase the earnings, the income, the net profit, but it's harder to increase sales. It's harder to increase revenue. And with growth companies, we want to see that revenue growing, and then later we want to see the earnings growing. So that's why we're doing the price to sales ratio. Now let's look at Tesla here. So Tesla has a market cap of $427 billion on sales of $26 billion annually, which gives it a price to sales ratio of 16. So I think Hyliion and Tesla should be trading at a valuation, a price to sales valuation that's pretty much equivalent because they're in the same sector, the same type of growth company. So in order for Hyliion to be trading at a price to sales ratio of 16 in the year 2024, the stock price would need to increase by 32x. So if we're trading at a price to sales ratio of 16 and we do hit the revenue growth that we expect that Thomas Healy has said of revenue of $2 billion in the year 2024, we would need to 32x in stock price to get that price to sales ratio, which would give us a stock price of over $900 per share. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I think that's a little lofty there. I think that's a little high because I think Tesla's price to sales ratio is a little high. But if you want to do a comp to Tesla, a comp to these other EV stocks, Hyliion is extremely cheap. This is one of the cheapest EV stocks that has huge potential right now. I'm talking in the next 5-6 years, we could see 6-7x on this Hyliion stock. It would not surprise me to see Hyliion stock trading over $200 a share within the next 2 years. I really believe that because compared to Tesla, compared to Nikola, it's trading at a valuation that is just way too cheap. It's way too undervalued. The numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, okay? People lie, numbers don't lie. And if Thomas Healy isn't lying about the sales revenue, if the growth does come in and we're doing $2 billion in sales by 2024, this stock is too cheap. It should be trading at $100 right now. So yes, I still think this stock is a $100 company within the next year. I think it's a $150 or $200 company within the next 2 or 3 years. So yes, I'm using this as a buying opportunity. I am not panicking out of my position, and I'm adding at this level. We added it today in the private Discord channel, 2-week free trial, link in the description. We added today at this support level. We added for a swing trade. We're looking for this to get back up towards $37 or $40 a share, but I'm also adding in my long-term investment account. My current average price is down here at about $26, so I'm looking to add at this $30 support area, and I'm holding long term. This is a $100 stock. I'm putting a $100 price target within the next 12 months. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you got something from it. I'm sorry about ranting. I just hate to see new traders chasing extended stocks, chasing breakouts. Buy the dips, sell the rip, and you will be just fine. If you're in too heavy, you got hurt by this pullback, I feel for you. I really do. I was there when I first started investing and trading. I was there too. It's happened to me. It happens to everyone. But just use it as a learning experience and don't chase news. Next time there's a merger that's about to happen, remember what happened here with Hyliion. Market manipulation is real. The big institutional traders, the market makers, they don't care about us small retail traders and investors. They want our money. They want to take our money. They want to take our kids' lunch money and steal our house. They don't give a dang. They are ruthless, and we have to be ruthless too. I love all of you guys. I'll catch y'all in the next video, and until next time, peace.
Drop.